Asia's beauty has always attracted millions of travelers, but what happens when tourism suddenly disappears? In 2025, some nations are struggling to keep their economies alive. In this video, we talk about the 7 Asian countries about to collapse after tourism crisis in 2025 and explain the real reasons behind this. And now, let's dive in. Number 7. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, known for its beaches, temples, and tea plantations, is one of the Asian countries that may collapse after the tourism crisis. The island has faced many problems in the past, but in 2025, the drop in visitors is shaking its fragile economy even more. Why would fewer tourists have such a big effect on Sri Lanka? The answer is that tourism is one of its main sources of income, and when that money disappears, the country struggles to pay debts, run services, and create jobs. For years, tourism helped rebuild Sri Lanka after civil war and natural disasters. Hotels filled up, local shops earned well, and drivers had steady work. But now, empty resorts and fewer flights are hurting both businesses and workers. Families who depended on foreign travelers are losing their savings, and many are falling back into poverty. The government is also under heavy pressure. Much of its income came from tourist taxes and spending, but now it has little money for fuel, food imports, and basic needs. Number 6. Thailand. Thailand has always been one of the most visited countries in Asia, with its beaches, street food, and lively cities drawing millions of travelers every year. But in 2025, the sharp decline in visitors is creating a serious risk of collapse. Why would fewer tourists be so damaging to Thailand? The answer is that tourism makes up a big part of its economy, and when the crowds disappear, everything from hotels to food stalls suffers. Bangkok, Phuket, and Chiang Mai once thrived on non-stop arrivals, but now hotels are closing, airlines are cutting flights, and night markets that once buzzed with energy are half empty. This leaves thousands of workers without jobs, from tour guides to small shop owners. Many families that lived on daily earnings from tourists are now struggling just to survive. The government is also feeling the pressure. Number 5. Indonesia. Indonesia is the largest archipelago in Asia, with Bali as its crown jewel for tourism. For years, Bali alone welcomed millions of travelers, bringing in billions of dollars that fueled hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. But in 2025, the tourism crisis has put Indonesia in danger of collapse. Why would fewer visitors create such a deep problem in such a large country? The answer is that entire regions, especially Bali, Lombok, and Yogyakarta, rely almost completely on foreign travelers, and without them, their economies fall apart. In Bali, resorts are closing, beaches are quiet, and airport traffic has dropped. Small businesses such as surf schools, scooter rentals, and street markets that depended on foreign spending are now empty. Workers who once earned daily wages from tourism have lost their jobs, and families are slipping into poverty. Number 4. Philippines. The Philippines has always been one of Asia's favorite tourist spots, known for its white sand beaches, friendly people, and colorful festivals. But in 2025, the tourism crisis is hitting the Philippines harder than most countries. Tourism once brought billions of dollars each year and supported millions of workers. But now, the industry is shrinking fast. Why does this create such a huge risk for the country? The answer is simple. Millions of families depend on jobs from hotels, restaurants, resorts, and transport services. And without tourists, those jobs vanish. Number 3. Maldives. The Maldives, often called paradise on earth, is now showing signs of breaking apart because of the tourism crisis. This island nation depends almost entirely on visitors, and when the flow of tourists slowed down, the entire system started falling. Why would fewer tourists cause a possible collapse? The answer is that almost 70% of the country's earnings come from tourism, so when beaches and resorts are empty, the government has little money to run services, pay debts, or support jobs. Hotels are shutting down, flights are being cut, and locals who once worked in resorts are losing their only income. The government borrowed billions to build luxury resorts and airports, but now it cannot pay them back, creating fears of bankruptcy. Rising sea levels add more pressure because repairing islands and facilities costs money that simply isn't there anymore.